G'day guys, Scott from FatB Trader here, just bringing you a quick video update on the Euro US dollar trade we placed earlier this afternoon on Profitly. So to start off with, guys, we placed the alert out a little bit earlier. This is the screencast that went out. I'm sure you would have seen that. But let's just run you through my thought process on what I was looking at the time I took the trade, and then we'll flick over to the live charts and have a look at what the trade actually looks like now and how it's panned out. So first of all, guys, in these classic afternoon pivot trades, I look for three things, and we've talked about this time and time again. First is a clearly defined level of support or resistance above or below the price, a daily pivot below the price, and a risk reward of at least 2 to 1. Now in this case, what we're looking at here is a short, so we're looking for obviously resistance above the price, and that's what we've got at this 1.1277 to approximately 1.113. Now if you have a look at that, it's a band of support and resistance. If you actually have a look at the hourly chart, there is more resistance in this band further back. However, I'm only interested in this case in the immediate resistance because I want a very tight stop loss target. And you can see where we had our stop placed at the start of what I call the stop loss zone. Now in this case, what I was anticipating, if it broke past this zone, it would charge upwards into essentially a vacuum where it would either charge up, retest and then push on, or charge up and then fall back down and proceed to essentially go against us after we'd been stopped out. Now I was okay with that scenario because obviously if it got past here, or it got past this level here, this recent structure, then I was wrong and I was happy to wear the loss. So that's sort of how you got to think in regard to these trading strategies. You've got to have a level where your stop loss can easily I guess show you you're wrong, or the price can show you you're wrong and you're out of the trade. So coming back to the first point, so in this case here we had the level of resistance directly above the price. You can see if it moved past this band, obviously I was wrong and I was out. Next thing, daily pivot. Now daily pivot, as you can see here, since this is NFP Friday, this was that crazy mental 150 or 130 point spike that the euro did 5 minutes after the number came out, or probably within a couple of minutes of the number coming out. It's pretty mental. But it's created this really nice channel where prices essentially bopped around the last few days, and we've taken a nice long in here. We took a short through here where there was essentially no buyers and sellers. It was just a vacuum. And again, we've taken a short against this level here. So as you can see, the daily pivot is down at this level here. And essentially what we were looking to happen is we were targeting that daily pivot, as tends to be the case either prior to London or just after London. You tend to get these pivot zones hit most of the time. It's not a guaranteed strategy, nothing is, but there's more probability of it hitting it than not hitting it, essentially, especially in the case where there's been a big move and the pair isn't trending, it's just ranging at the moment. So we obviously looked at this level here as our target, and that's a 2 to 1 right there. So I think we had like 15 point stop and about a 40 point target. So let's go over and have a look how this is actually panned out. So just having a look how this is panned out, as we discussed, the initial entry was here, and the price has fallen away in our favor and tagged the daily pivot, which is great. We've clipped out at 34.5. So I like to place my orders slightly before my actual target, if that makes sense, just because I've been stopped out, or I've missed out on getting out of the trade by 1 or 2 pips so many times that at the end of the day I would rather just wear a couple of pips prior to my target than actually not get so close and then just move away, rather than being greedy and having it below or above my potential target, trying to squeeze a little bit extra out. So that's pretty much it, guys. That's one of those basic trades, one of those straightforward trades where we look at, price with nice levels of support or resistance above the current price, a risk-reward ratio of at least 2 to 1, and the daily pivot above or below the price. I hope that makes sense, guys. If you've got any questions, you can reach me at FBTrader. Till next time, trade well.